So this is what Raymond's engineered solar system looks like. There can be a way to ruin it, I'm sure of that. Hiya Borkers, I'm Jalen Fulf, and welcome back to Universe Sandbox Squared. Last time we were here, well, it's been a long time. But now, I'm finally deciding to come back to this. And since we left, there's been some new simulations and some new features added to the game too. For example, we get to see tidal forces. We have a total solar eclipse. We had a total solar eclipse on August 21st, 2017. This is what it looked like. Over where I am in Florida, not so much of an effect. But yeah, that's what happened. See how tidal forces work by going to Earth and close Moon. Because what I learned from this is, side of the moon that is closest to the Earth experience a larger gravitational attraction than the side farthest from the Earth. The closer the moon is to Earth, the greater the difference between these two forces. The moon stretches along the direction toward the Earth due to this tidal force. Large objects that orbit too close to the Earth, inside its Roche limit, can be torn apart by tidal forces. In this simulation, the moon orbits within the Earth's Roche limit and begins to break apart within minutes, sending fragments flying into the Earth. Well, these are fragments, alright. Fragments of the moon. But once these fragments start getting smaller and smaller, there's some that just actually fall within Earth's range, and then others that just seem to continue close by and form a ring around Earth. So essentially, Earth becomes like a mirror image of Saturn in a way. Jupiter, or any planet with a ring, sort of. And some just go as far as flying outside of the orbit, like these guys, for example. So let's go to Earth and Sphere of Moons. So yeah, it looks like none of these... Yeah, already we're starting to see some action here. This would be no good for our Earth if that happened. Not too good. But here is an ultimate engineered solar system. So many planets orbiting the same thing. Oh my. How many planets can you cram into the habitable zone of a star and still have a stable system? Astronomer Sean Raymond is exploring this question on his blog. He found that you can fit 8 rings of 52 planets each into the habitable zone of the Sun, if each planet is just half the mass of the Earth. That's 416 planets in the habitable zone on orbits that are completely stable. The trick is to alternate between prograde and retrograde orbits. In other words, each ring of planets orbits the Sun in the opposite direction as its adjacent rings. However, just because it's a stable configuration for a planetary system doesn't mean it's likely to exist. It's unclear whether it would even be possible for a system like this to form naturally. That's why Sean Raymond calls this his ultimate engineered solar system. So basically what this is these are all 8 rings, each with 52 of their own planets, all alternating rotations, prograde and retrograde, orbiting around a very centric sun. Are these all the same planet? No, these are all different planets. Alright, so this is what Raymond's engineered solar system looks like. There can be a way to ruin it, I'm sure of that. But today I think I want to do something extra special. And actually, let's go back to Empty Sandbox and try to create a system of our own. So we'll have our star HR 4996 over here. And then we're going to send a random planet over here, hope it doesn't reach the Roche limit. So far, none of our planets are actually breaking apart. So yeah, this is basically what my solar system is gonna look like. Just all of this. I hope that a planet closer to another is not gonna ruin its orbit. And we might be able to launch something into this to see if we can ruin our solar system a little bit. See if the asteroid causes any damage. Well, we just ruined our... We just ruined Titusta a little bit. Let's see, can I launch another asteroid this direction? Yeah, I can't do it while it's moving. Shit. So yeah, I guess this episode is kind of boring just doing all that, but I think what I really want to focus on next is the Apophis encounter in 2029, in a couple years from now. In 2004, pause for a sec, in 2004, astronomers discovered the large near-Earth asteroid 99942 Apophis. Months later, studies showed that it had a 2.7 1 in 37 chance of colliding with Earth in the year 2029. Further studies significantly reduced this probability, and concern about an impact with Earth in 2029 disappeared. But then concern rose again, this time about Apophis' second trip by Earth 7 years later. It was believed that a close pass by Earth in 2029 could bend its orbit and result in an impact in 2036. By 2013, though, NASA concluded that with further observations, there would be no collision the second time around either. Still, Apophis is expected to pass just 18,300 miles above Earth's surface in 2029, a record-setting close approach. The initial studies of Apophis gave another record high rating of 4 on the Torino scale, which measures the likelihood of a comet or asteroid colliding with Earth. It is estimated that if Apophis did impact Earth, it would release energy equivalent to more than 1 billion tons of TNT exploding. Thankfully, any chance of impact has now been effectively ruled out. So all this is just going to show the Apophis approach in 2029, and it's going to show us whether it's going to ruin either of Earth or the moons. Well, Apophis did pass, but nothing to break apart. Wait. I see Mercury just got ruined. And the sun is... Okay, that's the dangers of actually zooming out on a close encounter comet like that. So yeah, that's what'll happen in 2029 according to astronomers. And that's basically going to do it for today's episode of Universe Sandbox Squared. And now I have to prepare for another full year's or 2 years worth of wait for the next episode to come out, because I am lazy as fuck and probably won't ever do this again. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, post your comments, share this video with your friends, and as always, I will catch you guys in the next one. See you next time, everyone.